Steam is going to Australia in just a few weeks, so let's get ready for what they are about to announce. Portal and Half-Life also have their own presentations planned, so it will be a great time for Valve fans. Will they be launching the Steam Deck in more regions, announcing the Deckard, or some other new announcement? We will be finding out soon, as Steam is set to show up at PAX 2024 in less than 4 weeks. PAX is a few-day event that is meant for game developers and other companies in the industry to showcase what they're working on. Today, on September 17th, they released the lineup for who will be showing up for PAX 2024. And in the list, amongst others like Blizzard or Ubisoft, Steam was actually mentioned. Right away, it's important to point out that it's Steam showing up and not Valve. Of course, Steam is a product of Valve, but this means that whatever they are planning has to do with Steam. In the official PAX announcement, they say, while on the topic of love, PAX Aus welcomes Steam for the first time ever. More on that when the show opens. You are not going to want to miss it. PAX 2024 will be taking place throughout October 11th to 13th, which is when we will learn more about this announcement. When you actually look into the schedule for the event, there seems to be some CS2 setups for Wingman and 5v5, and is more so just with Intel. There are other things though, like on the 11th, there is some presentation to teach students how to make games early for Steam. But when you actually look at the details, it doesn't seem to be a Steam announcement either, as they're not even the ones who's holding the presentation. That's where when you look even deeper on the next day, October 12th, there is a fireside chat with Josh Weir, the project lead of Portal 2. This is very interesting, but I wouldn't get your hopes up for a Portal 3 or Half-Life 3 announcement because Josh no longer works at Valve. They will talk about his history at the company, working on prestigious IPs like Half-Life and Portal, the early days of Steam, being the project lead on Portal 2, and more. So this is pretty exciting for those who love Valve's history. Many are hoping for a follow-up anniversary documentary about Half-Life 2, which hopefully still comes. But for now, we will be getting this Josh Weir presentation. Is this what PAX is referring to when they say Steam is showing up? An ex-Valve employee? I would hope not, because they mentioned it's Steam's first time ever and hyped it up as Steam themselves and not an ex-Valve employee. Unlike the other companies attending, Steam's event description is short on information, not revealing really anything. So odds are the actual large presentation Steam is planning is unknown right now for the public. What we know for sure is that Steam will be there, but what do they have to showcase? Something that people from around the world may not know is that Steam and Valve have had a rough history with Australia. For example, the Steam Deck, first released in 2022, isn't even out in Australia. Of course, you could get it from a third-party seller, but Valve has said not to. In this tweet, they mentioned the regions the Steam Deck is officially available in, and Australia is not included. But now that we know Steam is heading to PAX 2024, which will be in Melbourne, Australia, will it finally be time for the Steam Deck to be released in more locations? I would love to hear what you think Steam is doing at PAX 2024, and what you think the announcement will be. It's important to keep your hopes down, because what we know so far is an ex-dev talking about their history through an iconic period of Half-Life and Portal 2. He stopped working at Valve in 2016, so don't expect anything about what they're currently developing and Half-Life 3. But what about Steam? What do you think they have in store for us? I am expecting it to be the Steam Deck, so people in Australia are no longer left behind. This also marks a new era for Valve and Steam, as they had a very rough past with Australia's legal and court system, which was a multiple year-long battle that Valve eventually lost. So now with this upcoming announcement in Australia, Valve seems to be getting ready for a new chapter. Either way, it looks like we will have some exciting news from not only what they are planning with Steam, but also with Josh Weir showing up, giving us more behind-the-scenes info for Half-Life 2 and Portal 2. Hopefully a lot of stuff that we just never knew before. Next month will be exciting for sure, as it will also be weeks before Half-Life 2's anniversary in November. If you haven't already, you need to subscribe, because once the show starts, we will be going over everything right here and you won't want to miss it.